a whole lot of students who find tutors. Normally they find the age about 40, 50-year-old, and it's hard for them to communicate in a way that they have common interests. So there's this huge gap in terms of that tutoring, and I think, wow, let me build something that break that gap and let everyone have a close relationship to where it makes studying more fun. And that's how I came up with this original idea that grew from it. And that's solely from really from idea to execution, Tutor Hero. And that's kind of that story. So how about we get started by just sharing what you guys from, or how you guys get here.
Yeah.
Let's start by you first.
So hello, my name is Josie, and now I'm studying the Western University Language Center.
Language centers?
Yes.
Are you in the exchange programs for six months, or are you going to study here for the whole 4 years?
For the whole year.
Cool.
Yeah. Hello, Harry. My name is Arthur, and now I'm studying in the Western University Language Center too, and I will study the business in the next 4 years. And next meeting.
What kind of business?
No, I'm not sure. Maybe it's my manager will be the human resource HR.
Okay, that's good. What about you?
Hello, Harry. My name is Daisy, and I am the Western English Language Center student. Today, our group feels so happy to interview with you. And I think my major is business, and just like him, it's also about human resource.
Human resource, it's
Yeah.
polar, it's a higher. What about you?
I'm Joyce, and I'm also from the Western Language Center, and I wanted a major in science, but I want to study engineering.
Oh, science engineering. Nice.
Yeah.
What about
Hi, my name is Leon. I also come from the Western English Western University English Language Center, and I want to be a computer software engineer. Yeah.
Computer engineering. Nice.
Hi, I'm Gabriel. You can call me Gabby. And my major is social science. At first, I want to study psychology, but it's so hard. So I want to maybe do some change when I was secondary student. Maybe do accounting, something like that. So
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Well, just get started, because that first year you have a lot of time just to explore, right? Just find out your interests, and then once you find something that really interests you, then you can go deeper and then find that major. What about you?
I am Claudia, nice to meet you. I already have mathematics in bachelor degree.
Oh, nice.
I want to complete my study in master. I want to go to education.
So where do you get your BA, bachelor degrees at mathematics?
In my home in Jordan.
Oh, nice. Okay. Now, let's get started then. Do you have any specific questions for me, or I can just go flow?
Yeah. So maybe we will start with some steps. And the first step is some questions, because the final project for us is very important.
Oh yeah. So maybe just ask some questions in general, prepping up. What's this final project about?
Yeah, and also then we have some problems that we find in your website or some other places, and
I love to hear them problems. I love solving problems.
and we have some suggestions.
Yeah, definitely.
That's just the alternative that we think it maybe is the best or better.
Well, we can share.
Choose.
Well, I share my opinion why this is best, why the wow to choose. But if you have the feedback that you gave, definitely, it's better than definitely choose them. So let's get started by just asking a few questions about the project. What's the project? What's the final form of the project? Is this gonna be a proposal on how to improve the business sales in general, or just understand the business or go-to-market strategy? What's the purpose of this?
The questions?
Yeah, that was the purpose of the business project.
Our final project is just for because we are studying in the language. Yeah, so maybe the final project for our school is just to test our language ability.
Oh, but what's the goal from from this interview? What's the goal? What do you get away from it? Like, for example, the goal would be, oh, I come up with a proposal coming back to this business, and then maybe a strategy for them to grow to the next level, right? Just need to analyze the business, how it's formed, and then maybe we can take away the business model, and then maybe in the future, if we start business, oh, I heard the failures or success that this business have done, so I got something out of it. So do you have does the teacher give you outline or goals and in terms of what to expect from this project?
Because during this final project, we need to talk with you like this. We have the interview, and we also have the tutor presentation about your company, and we also need to make a poster about your company to introduce your products. So in this period, we need to talk, we need to writing. So by these steps, we can protect and develop our language. So that's our goal.
Okay, so the final goal is to have a presentation.
Yeah.
Also, like present our company, but present our company means just introduce to more people, let people know our company better, or actually propose strategies to like how our company. Like, do you have a topic for the presentation that they assign?
I think the presentation is focused on our ability to deal with the problem, to create some new stuff, and provide it and introduce our new product to the audience. And I also think our teacher's goal is aimed to us like we can learn some group working experience and negotiate experience with you.
Sure. I think it's better to like, because I'm promoting our business in general, it's pretty easy because all the information is available on the website. So I think the key takeaway from this project would be here our problems that are currently facing, and you come up with some suggestions on how to solve them. And maybe those solutions are not the right way, but you come up with those because that's something that belongs to you guys, right? And those are the experience that like we call consulting. Like even you go to other places, you still find useful. For example, I can tell, oh, last year I helped Harry's company to come up with a solution, and some of them he takes it and go to the company from 1 to 100 like customers, whatever, right? Then that's some things substantial to put in the resumes, right? So I think that would be our goal coming forward. Otherwise, always just talk to Harry about experience, but Harry's company, that's that, but you have nothing to be substantial in your resume. So let's go toward that, but let's get started by asking those questions and then telling me those problems, and then I can tell you like what actual problems that we're facing right now, and then you can come up with the solution later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first question is that what is your company's target market?
Yeah, so our target market is more about the market that we see is students, right? Because we have tutors, and of course the target market is targeting towards students. Because we call it O2O platform or P2P, online to offline. So we actually it's a two-sided market, chicken and egg problem. One side we have to get tutors on board, become our labor force. On the other side we have to get students on board to actually use the tutors and pay for it, and then we take commissions on that, right? So it's a two-sided market, yeah. So in the students market, sometimes students don't make the decisions, the parents make the decisions. So students plays a role of influencer, and parents is the economic buyer, the decision maker, right? And on the other hand, university students, they are the decision maker. They are economic buyers because they're university. They are like pretty independent. So that's the two markets we are in. So you can see in this two market side, it's pretty complicated because one side we have cares tutors hiring them, telling them this is how your model works, and then let them understand, promote themselves. On the other hand, we get students trust us platform. So it's pretty complicated. That's why last year we started experimenting and just focus on one side. We think, oh, let's focus on just the tutor side. Provide them with tools, letting them to find students on their own, with those tools, so we don't have to care about the student side, and that's what we have done like from this decision, giving tutors more online tools for them to get students.
So now you mean your company's main
Primary.
target market is the tutor?
Yeah, primary target market I would say is
It's
tutors.
tutors.
Yeah.
So the second question is, do you have some strategies to make your company attract clients, such as the
tutors?
tutors?
Yeah, so like a few things we do here is to get tutors on board is like posting a lot of listings in classified platforms such as Kijiji, Craigslist, those third-party platforms, and then just post ads here in general. Number two, word of mouth. Like some tutors have good experience with it, and then they apply. Right? And number three is sending emails to possible prospects, tutors who have been tutors before, and because they are on LinkedIn. I mean, they are on Indeed, this platform who have tutor background experience, and then we send emails to them, see if they're interested to join. So those are the three primary ways for us to get tutors on board.
All right. So because we can see many other websites or the plat,
Yeah.
just like Tutor Heroes, and we want to know where is the advances that Tutor Hero have.
So like one of the key differentiator between Tutor Hero and other tutoring websites, like we are more focusing on online to offline. So which means for offline ones, we can tell you some competitors. We have Oxford Learning, Tutor Doctors, and like Oxford Learning, who are they have a traditional tutoring model, which is they have a fixed location. You have to pay for rent, electricity costs, which means those fixed costs makes the tutoring price higher. Why? So it's like $40, $50 per hour, and transportation costs, also heating costs. Students have to travel from point A to point B, and then parents have to pick them up, so it's a double cost. So that's why the cost is for a local tutoring is high, and that's one differentiation. The price is cheaper, and then number two is similar career path and interests. Like for example, you have 5 tutors who are in a similar age, 2 or 3 years older than you, who have been the same path as you, or study the same thing. And then finding those tutors have a better advantage over 40, 50-year-old white teacher who have been teaching for 20 years, but they're just a machine, right, giving the same knowledge. Right? So that's the second position. And number 3 again is the online checking system, which allows them to check how much appointments have been made, how much they have been paying, right? And tutors have a platform that also to check how much money they receive, and all transparent without hustle of getting cash, things like that. So those are the 3 differentiators.
Yeah. Okay. So. Do you have some competitors, and can you list some competitors?
I already told you, it's Oxford Learning, Tutor Doctor, Tutor Doctor, Oxford Learning, Silicon Learning. Right? So those are the major 3, and then for online we have How Hub. Well, there's tons of them in the US, but they are more focusing on online. So you can see for online, they focus on more students and tutors in 2 sides. Right now we switch to 1 side, providing tutors with the tool, the CRM, I mean customer relationship management tools for them to get students, and that's our differentiation. Right now we are not connecting them both, but we are providing. Let's say you're a tutor, you want to be a tutor right now, you want to teach tutor students about math, and then you go to our website. Instead of we finding you students, or which we have, like if we have thousands of tutors in the board, if we get 2 students on the site, only top 20% will get it. What about 80% if they don't get it? That's not good, right? So to ensure everyone gets students, and we give them tools for you to use. For example, printable flyers, also like a lead generation tool, and and then allowing you to have an online presence, and then doing transaction online. So those are the tools we gave to tutors that they have never had before.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but I noticed some of the another competitor like York University also have tutor the system like the
So your university is in the like inter-system. For example, if students want to find
yeah.
tutors outside of the class, or like if your university students graduate, if they want to study external extracurricular activities item, if they want to get students in maybe have a background in a different field than what your university offer, then it's different, right? But again, your university just focus on one university, that their community, right? Then how can you go to Western University and still have the same platform? Why? So you cannot. It's a first of all, there's geographic restriction that you cannot explore to other areas. Second is administrated by the university, which university just need to find out, oh, you match with them, but there's no a system. It's not a system, just a list of information for you to contact. There's no emotional attachments into it, just words, and there's no hobby, interests, transaction management, and again, tourist face, nothing. Why? So I don't think these two are the killer problems for a university-based system.
But I also think that, when I looked through the York University's website, and I noticed that there's many resources they can get from the university, not only the company. So I think.
Well, the thing is, the resources. Think about it this way. There's always students. The reason students get 50%, there's a why they get 50%. Why? They don't have time to find those resources, or they spoil their reasons. Well, if you ask, what's the difference between 80% and 90%? Well, it's pretty clear, right? Maybe just some mistakes they made on the test. But you compare 90% and like 50%. If you have tutored before, then you realize it's not about the resources that the university provides. It's about the person's personality and the works that he's involved. Right? If you play a lot of computer games, if you do a lot of external sports, right? Definitely doesn't have time to do those, and that comes up time to finding tutors who can guide them through the right path.
Yeah.
So we can go through the next question is, do you have any plans for the futures?
Yeah, so like in the future, it's more likely to have a B2B business to business kind of a collaboration, but because I stack to other projects, so that's why it doesn't like continue to evolve. Basically, we already built kind of mature systems for our tutors to get leads. Why not? Instead of us going to more tutors, finding tutors on our own, why not go to Oxford Learning and tutor doctor? These are competitors, right? Be their friends, and then telling them we have a system that you increase like 20% of the sales or save you X amount of time, and then let them use our system and then integrate it with their tutors, and then that way, then. First of all, we have less competition, and then second is we get a mature company who already have a lot of sales going on to do it, and then that way save the money and time. And then of course, free enterprise B2B sales has a higher volume, right? So that's kind of goals that going forward to the next level. But again, due to personal reasons, I stuck on other projects, and I cannot really have time to commit to push it to the next level, because a B2B sales cycle is pretty long. From the point that you send a cold email to contact to the managing director who manages it, and then managing director tell like everyone propose it, and then finally to integrate it and let everyone be happy about it. Why? It takes like months doing it, and then when we analyze the ROI. For my personal and to do other projects might not be a good ROI, because it takes a long time to do it. Right? For example, opportunity cost. If you in 3 months I got a company to do it in return of $5,000 per month, or why not work on potential projects which would have $1 million per year, right, with the technology I created, right? So you can see this opportunity cost in it. But like if you tell me what's the next path for Tutor Hero, is B2B integration and partnership with this large enterprise tutoring companies.
So also, do you have any plans about improve your uh, website or your system?
Yeah, as we integrated to this business, then it's more like improvement. Like when you go to San Francisco and this like Y Combinator is a national known incubator, right, which help business to grow. They have a methodology called Lean Start. It's not about how many features you build, but about what features are useful, what are the killer features. By listening to your customers, they telling you what they really want, then they build it. For example, right now you tell me this problem, these problems, but customers do not reflect these problems to me, and you're just a third-party person, and you don't know what the underlying problems. Why? For example, like I now assume you have a language problems. Why? That's a big one, big like big picture. Why? So I tell you to study more English by reading more books. Why? But that's from a third-party personal view. But if you've been there, then you understand. Well, that's not the underlying problem. The underlying problem would be not to speak with students with similar culture, because that way you speak with same languages. Rather, put yourself in a position. I don't speak Chinese, I don't speak Korean, right? Then I improve the language faster because I'm forced to speak those languages, right? So that you put in my perspective, thinking, whoa, what features I should build, what improvement I should make. It's not about what improvement I should make. It's like about how I can listen to my customers better and providing them something more valuable. Thinking about how I can improve, giving this by building these features, or they can improve from 10 sales to 100 clients. Why? So that is the problem, so value proposition we should think about. Why?
Yep. So also we have a question about just in the statistics numbers that how many about how many customers that you have?
How we have had? Um, we have about 1,500 tutors
Yeah.
across 70 cities, and for students we have like thousands of them. So I can't remember because some people take lessons or two, some people have weekly lessons. So that's kind of statistics.
Yeah.
But again, like I think like on last year's on May, we have about 300 students, 300 tutors, and then we use school hacking strategies to grow the number from 300 to 1,000 in under a month. Why? So we can scale very fast. So the scaling is not a problem, but the underlying problems again is numbers are nothing. Why? It's about how you can make one. So the analogy can be like this. You can make a lot of people seemingly happy, but you can also make a few people extremely happy. What will you choose?
Yes. So you mean the proficiency is very
Yes, so I mean that, yeah, so like quality over quantity is more important. Why? Because if you can make someone extremely happy, then they always stick on the platform, keep using it. Then you can replicate that model to more cities. Why? And that's the problem, like first mistakes we made, not listening to a user and really grow the numbers as much as possible. But the result is again a lot of ghost accounts, which means tutors have registered on our website, and then the problem is there's not much interaction because we want to get a lot of tutors. Maybe then they will advertise themselves, but no, they will not do so. They rely on us. Then we go to all of students promoting our website, and then students, yes, some of them go to our website, but they only find the top tutors. And then for the people who are underneath, why? They not look for it. They always look for the champions, look for the better ones, and then you have a list of ghost accounts, which is no interaction. Which you can see, if no interaction, then they die, they go away, and in the future, if parents message that account and response, and they have a bad experience, then they just leave. Why? So that's a big problem that's facing right now. So to solve that problem, like again, I told you, it's like really understand the user's behavior. What makes the tutors happy? What increase the tutor's sales? Why? But instead of thinking those problems, why not just go to a company that is already established? They have their marketing techniques, everything's solved out, and we just provide kind of technology on their back end to increase sales or save them time. So yeah, that answers your question.
So you said that you think the quantity is more important than the quality.
Quality.
The quality is more important than the quantity.
Yeah.
So how the tutor heroes ensure the tutors?
Yeah, if you go
quality?
to our website and then go to our the dashboard, then you can understand that how we are providing tools for tutors themselves to you can advertise on their own and then get tutors. I can tell you one method that they do absolutely 100%. They will get students. Like for example, if you right now they print off flyers and then go to one of the math classrooms that's happening. For example, Calculus 1000, and then keep sending those flyers to students, telling them, "Oh, I teach Calculus 1000. If you, it's almost exempt. Why? If you send it to them, then of course you're gonna get customers. Why?
So you mean if we go to your website and we can see some levels of the
No, the not level, like the tools.
tools? Which kind of tools?
Flyers, right? You can print off your personal flyers, which involve your personal information and what subject you teach, or things like that, and then which you can send out to people in the classrooms and bus stops. And number two is online tutoring, which you can share using social accounts to share it to your friends, and then number three is online campaigns. Yeah, that's the dashboard.
In fact, as you have said, you can guarantee the quality. But now I have been a tutor in your startups. But
So have you tried some of the tools that, for example, Get Sales?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like these are the tools that help you try Get Sales, like Get Sales. Yeah, Get Sales. Second tab.
Second time. This.
No, Get Sales.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then at least those are the tools that you can use.
Yeah.
Have you tried those tools and use it? Have you print out flyers and go to classroom and send them out?
No, in fact, I just want to try to, test you.
Yeah, I understand. But like, because you asked me questions that, like, how do you get customers? Why?
Yeah.
And
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
You provide some of the flyers, or I even can create some of the blogs about myself, and just depending on how I choose the fees, because you have the basic all different places.
Yeah. So right now the user is free, and then in the future it's gonna be free too. Like it'll be stick to 30% of a commission.
Yeah.
So if you get, for example, if you get one sales and you get $30, then it doesn't really matter for you to pay that $30 to decrease that percentage for commission.
Yeah.
Why? So that's how it revenue model is.
So
what's the question?
So the real question is that on your website we can see there are really lots of tutors, but we can see almost every tutors have 4 stars and they're.
Yeah, so a 4-star means the tutors, the default. This is a default setting. That means they have now been rated before, but that's why that 4 stars there. People get rated and their 4 stars will become whether different stars or same for 4 stars.
But we cannot see 3 stars or 5 stars.
Well, if you search, they base on, the reason is after the person finished tutoring, there are two things you can do here after the tutor. We send an automatic email to the parents. Before we try 2 things. Rate this tutor. Why? And then we also try, book this tutor again. Why? The rating review is nothing if there's no sales going on. Why? Because in parents' mind, they're stupid simple. They just want to do one thing. Why? So if you right now send them, rate this tutor, rate this, why? And then they rated it, and they forgot to book again. Why? So we abandon that strategy. Whether after tutoring, we just need them to do one thing, is to book the tutor again. Why? And that simple message help us to get more sales. Do you understand? That's why we do not have the system, to ask them to go to rating reviews. But I think if the tutors, they want to do it themselves or ask the parents to do it, then definitely encourage them to do so. But in a strategy way, I don't think that's a good method for us to get more sales.
So you mean that almost all of tutors are 4 stars is because you want the parents to book the tutor again?
No, the reason we put 4 stars is a default setting. And the reason we do not have an automated email after the lessons is booked and telling the parents to book these tutors again is because in parents' mind, there's one thing. They receive email, they expect to do one thing. And the best thing we expect them to do is to book the tutor again or book other tutors. Why? That's why we do not encourage them to go to our website and rate the tutor or review the tutor. But they're encouraged to do so because the tutors, if they encourage the parents to rate and reviews, then their ranking on the website will be higher.
Yeah. So
do you get the reasons now?
It's clear now.
Yeah.
So next question is, how can Tutor Hero improve their services? I mean the customer services, because in some other website, we can see some comments of the tutors, because we can't see any comments.
Improve customer service. You cannot improve a customer service by providing comments. If you want a specific tutor's information, you can call them out. Why? Because that's don't rating review again provided by the parents. If I want parents to do one thing, it's book the tutors because we are still early in things like that. But if you say customers service, meaning assisting the parents to find the tutors, then against the rule of startups, which in the startups is limited resources, we should be more self-service. Right now you go to Amazon, you go to Facebook, you never find numbers, like phone numbers from them. You see a lot of documentations on how to do it. And we try our best not to put our numbers, everything, like try to be self-serve. Self-serve means they can go on the website and do everything on their own. It's pretty intuitive. Right now you buy an iPhone, do you have to have someone to support you how to use it? Why? So that's the same type of methodology to using.
But also, if I'm a student and I want to find a suitable tutor on your website, and there may be a lot of questions about the tutors, and on the others website like Tutor Hero, there are some online customer services and can answer the students' question immediately.
Well, I cannot because we have thousands of tutors and all this information already displayed on the website. How much more can you get from me? Why? Just like Alibaba, those are the products that listen Alibaba or Tmall. How do you get more? You're not calling me, but you call the person.
So you just provide a platform for the tutors and the students, and the most important things like how to attract the tutor, how to attract some students, or is do by themselves.
Yeah, it's by themselves. And if you tell me why now, if I'm a student, go to there and looking for tutors. So that's the questions earlier that I suggest. Instead of getting students on board, have that scenario happening, why not get a tutor like you, going to that calculus 1,000 questions, handing out a flyer that belongs to you, let them go to your profile and then book right away. So you don't have any questions anymore because that is you. And you're getting that student specifically to find you to make that booking. And the purpose is really very clear. I want to find Arthur to help me for math lessons and pay him $25 per hour. And this is what the flyer gave me, and I want to book him, try him out because I see his face in the campus. So that solved the issues for us too. Like, we do not want to provide any customer service because it's waste my time to do things that no value. Why not? You create value yourself, get the customers yourself, and get the most bucks in your market.
So I know. So next question is, how does Tutor Heroes protect the rights of tutors and the other clients like students?
Protect? Like, what do you mean? There's
protect
so many
the rights.
rights.
Because
While tutors are more like contractors, in our opinion, they are not our employees. So there's no like the best things that we provide for students. Like you can find out those information online based on people's rating and reviews or talking to them on the phone. And yeah, that's the best thing you can do. Like if you go to a website finding a tutor that's not qualified, then we definitely provide you with the refund, and that's the refund guarantee that we can provide the protections we can provide to students. Right? For tutors, how we provide them with protections, it's no protection because students right to them the protections.
You mean they are not your employees, they are your clients, so you don't have a responsibility to provide
they are
the
contractors,
protection to these tutors.
Yeah, provide just a service provider providing the tools for them to find these students. Right?
Yeah.
So there's no kind of obligations for providing protections too.
All right. So the last question is if the deal is cancelled.
Yeah, refund to students. If the appointment's cancelled, then refund to students. Because we hold the money on our platform, and then we only release it after 2 weeks.
All right.
So that's how we transfer the money. Yeah.
Yes. So
And after we transfer the money, then we take the commission cut.
so you will refund the money to the students.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah. So here are the questions, and then is our suggestions.
Sure, go ahead.
And the first one is the advertisement, because all of us we didn't say any advertisements on the any places like the bus station or the other website.
So what would you
TV
suggest?
Yeah. So our suggestion is maybe you can put some advertisements
On where?
maybe it's the program, TV shows. Or
What's the cost for that?
the cost.
What's the cost for that?
Yeah, money.
What's the cost for that? How much does it cost? Why? So before you ask me a question, I ask you back. How much does this TV show cost?
Yes.
And what's the return on investment? After you put this money, how much do you expect to return? How many students bookings I need to get back in order to recoup or break even? I mean, like even out means like, oh, I invest 5,000 to one TV shows for 1 week, and then there's maybe 1,000 bookings expect. But what? How come this one? Okay, let's say that 1,000 bookings made sense. Why? Would they book again? And if this 1,000 bookings, where do you get this number from? How do you think that the 1,000 bookings made sense? And do you have a track record of success already? Why? And by looking at maybe others. Oh, but there's no others tutoring people like marketing on TV shows. Do you know the reason why? Because maybe they tried, it's not successful. Why? So that's the reason that. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm not putting a TV show first. Number two is what kind of channels that you're asking? What kind of channels provide me with a highest ROI, return on investment, if I invest in there? That's something that you can think about on your own when it comes down to doing the presentations. Why? Oh, I think by doing this way, it costs this much, and the return is this. Why this return is this? Because I've tested it, and you have to show some recall of success, and then that's why I suggest you to do those. Then, the equation makes sense. By putting $1,000, I'm getting $2,000 in return. That's why I should do it. So by actually seeing problem this way, not just Tutor Hero in general, but you're looking at other business, why would they put their ads and asking people register platform for free? Why would Clash of Clans? Why have a big TV, have a shows on or in YouTube asking everyone to play Clash of Clans? It's because if one customer have a lifetime value of $100, if we post that ad, really proven that about 10,000 customers will register, and of that 10,000 customers, 1% people is paid users, which is like 100 pay, and 100 pay about $100, so 100 times 100 is $10,000. Why? And then for a year, maybe in 2 years, we recoup that investment. Why? So if using numbers that way, then you can quantify those results and you can give people more convincing strategy, and these people will trust you. And if you can solve those problems, you're not solving problems for me, but you solve problems for big companies. They will hire you for like more money per hour to do those things, right? And yeah, so I think that would be helpful going forward for you to think about those questions. Yeah.
So another suggestion is according to our questions, and you said there are different qualities of the tutors, and how could you make the prices, the different levels of prices?
Different level of price, tutors can set price themselves. For example, you have a BA, like bachelor of degree, right? Of course, she should set a price higher than you, right? But like, it depends on how you feel, right? That's the market. Like sometimes you set $20, it works. Sometimes $30 don't work. How it works is not depending how you set a price. It's about how can you let the student trust you. By getting students to trust you, for example, of $50, you can get me increase my mark to 90%, or well, I pay for it. That's not an issue. How do you get the trust? It's not online marketing. It's about you going to maybe those customers, convincing them, right? So again, that comes back to the personal relationship, how you build those trust. We have a person like Oshin, he's gone. He's teaching old people to use computer. Give you a very funny example. He helps an old person fix a comb, like comb, like that browser, right? He charged $100 for it. Then they cannot go to a website, and he just install it, charge people $100, and the person's happy. Why? Because he provides the value he needs, and all their kids, they don't want to help him. Why? That's just normal, right? Why not your parents don't know how to use smartphones? You don't want to help them because there's so many problems with that, but they're rich, right? Richer than you, so they want to use the money to solve the problem. That's why they spend like $50 or just for you to solve the problem, right? So again, coming back to the issue, it's not about like what they charge, it's about how they can get their trust, how the tutors get their trust.
Sorry to interrupt you, and you means the tutor can make decision by themselves, and
yeah, the price,
there is no control from the company.
Yeah, I thought, Arthur, do you register an account and you can see you can change the price of the tutoring weight, right? Yeah, Leon, right? You set the price, then you should know, right?
Yeah. But the question is, the problem is that like me, in fact I can't teach anyone. I can't teach anyone, but I also can be a tutor and post some price that looks like the proper price on my scale. But in fact I don't have any skills to teach anyone. Yes, but I also can post my information on the website.
I don't think so. It needs to be approved by me because you said that the price, and then I saw that post of like 90% of something, 95%, and then you circle it, right? And then I approve you. So I approve your application, so you'll be listed on the site. If you don't apply for a subject, I think you apply for grade I math.
Apply for a subject.
Yeah, grade I math, right? And then we approve it. Otherwise, if I don't see a document,
But that's the problem. In fact, the document is fake. I just take some picture from the other website.
Oh, that's okay because down the line you have to still meet the students, and the students provide a bad experience about you. Why then we delete your account?
But why you posted an unqualified teacher?
I'm not. To answer your question, number one, we are Canadians. We are not likely to like each other in my other country. Number two is we have never had that experience. I don't think that's something that you should think about. If there's no precedents, accidents that happens before, I don't think it's a way to think about. Number three, if indeed happens, just provide the students a refund. It's not a big deal, and you just ruin your relationship with Tutor Hill will ban you for life because to register you need to register with Facebook and LinkedIn and actually go through those links already and verify you're a person already, right? And if I ban you, then you cannot register anymore.
So our your question and the suggestion is not about the fake. It's about maybe some tutors have low quality and
That's okay. That depends on the quality of the lessons that students will reflect at the end. If you're confident enough, I can teach these lessons, then I would apply for it. Just like you, like if you want to apply for a job in the bank, why? Down to what happens. Like if you're not qualified, then you just go away. Why? So I don't need to really care about those problems. Everything's long term.
So you mean you don't need to keep your customers like students to
Again,
to use your website or play it steadily.
Again, the problem is not the students; it's about the tutors.
But if there is no decreasing students use the website, that means that tutors can not get very more money, right? Because they have less customer. For tutor, the customer is the student.
I don't think so. That market does not work this way because it's an open market. A lot of competitors out there, and no matter how you advertise right now, it's a saturated market. Which means, again, the chance for you are posting an advertisement online, getting tutors so much less than you actually go to bus stop and send out those flyers.
So
that means that that's not the problems of getting students.
all right. So
All the security, I think it's have some link on the how to register to be a tutor, because I'm not means you know, it's not every Canadians is 100% they are all honest. Like they have to have some.
We have
some
documents, yeah, we have documents. Every subject is submitted, you have documents. We encourage police record checked, and parents can choose on a search to choose people only have police record checked. Police record check cannot be fake. And they can see the video the person posted too, like if they have videos, right? And then they, of course, in phone them, like, based on the phone call, based on the interaction of calling, so you can find a lot of information already, right? So, like if a person's have a good skill of communication, then less likely you'll be scamming your money. At the end of the day, that we provide money protections. Yeah. So I love layers. I don't think you go to our website to do stuff. You can just go to Kijiji and post your ads and do those stuff on your own way if you want to do those things.
So it don't deserve for the liars to post some fake information on your website.
Well, it's not worth the time. Like because right now I don't see anyone that done that. We have like 7,000 applications already. Like if you don't feel it right, we just reject it. If you feel it right, oh, it's okay, we approve it, and then yeah. But again, that's not a problem. Security is never a problem. The problem is about sales. Why? How can I get more customers, get more money transaction on the market to grow it? Why?
So our suggestion is just we think that if you can keep more students, and then the students will.
Well, students are not loyal. You cannot keep them. Why?
No, just because if students want study math, and I choose a tutor who have a good comments and who really have a good quality and whose teaching skill is very well, and maybe I have another student, I have another classmate, she want to study math.
Well, that's something that we have no control of. Like more tutors will interact with the students and telling them why. Maybe do you have anyone that knows like who needs tutoring, and then you can find me. Well, that's tutor's part, right? The thing is, you want to be a independent contractors who exceed on their own. Why? For example, why not university provide you a lot of resources, can give you 90%. But would you check on the university websites every day to check on those resources? No, you will not. Why? So it comes down on you whether or not you absorb this knowledge and then study hard. Right? Same applies to the market here. Right? So yeah.
So I just want to ask if you have a good plant already, why not to improve it in a better plant? and that can
Yeah, I
provide
answered the question. Yeah.
more information, and then you can attract more students and also more tutors,
Yeah, I
which
answered it.
is your main customers.
Yeah, I answered the question already. Number one is we want to focus on just one tutor, not students and tutors, because again, the root problem happening on the tutors. If a tutor is so lazy and then you're supposed to provide on every 5 cells or not lazy enough to not reply back, right? Then it deserves not to have cells, right? So we have to focus on the tutors' problem, how to build more getting more cells for tutors by giving them the tools. By giving them tools, I told you suggested flyers, online tutoring, online like free lessons, and then transfer to tutoring, and and then just like that, right? And give them tools, and then use it or not, that depends on them whether or not to do it. So why? So right now that's kind of a self-serve way for us to generate highest income for least expense. And then the more going to the next level, I told you, is by partnering with this B2B integration, we're providing the technology for them to have similar platforms, but building on their successful model. And then that way we can charge them enterprise value for how many thousands of dollars per month because we provide them with a platform like this. So that's why we don't want to improve the experience. There's no more improvement to be made here. It's a bottleneck. Why? And because it's a saturated market. Saturated market means there's a lot of competitors. Maybe you have a better model, but people don't care. Why? A tutor is a tutor, and then they help them solve the problem. What's the problem? Again, it's helping them to get good grade. Why? If they solve that problem, I don't care about some interest career path. Why? Give me 90%. Good. I don't care about who you are. You're 60, 80 year people, and that's the market. Why? And to come back with this big industry problem, instead of focusing on small, how to make a website more beautiful, you have to really narrow it down. How can you make more money? Why? To make more money, I tell you that's the answer. So you should look at this way. Why? Maybe when you come up with a proposal, number one, what channels I should be investing in to get me this amount of sales, X amount of sales, X amount of appointments. Why? And number two, maybe what companies I should collaborate with, maybe offering or tutor doctors, and what's the strategy in terms of collaborating? Why would they collaborate with you? Or what kind of method strategies would take me to do that? Why? So you have to think things in a very deep level, just like playing chess. A lot of steps, so you have to think ahead. Okay, I collaborate to a doctor. How much time should I get there? Oh, cold call, email. They respond back. Oh, I'm not interested. Oh, what's your next move? Maybe you provide them with a free trial, free kind of demo to choose from. Why? You have to get to the right person. That takes some time, and then you have to get their trust. And after you get their trust, you have to get the managers to use it. How long you use it? What's the pricing model? And then the pricing model is good. Maybe it's $10 per tutor for a month. Why? With this extra value provided. What's the extra value? Always you get 20% more sales on this. You get more free, save more time for you to do those things. Oh, the value position is good. Okay, let's do the implementation. Oh, let these people use it. Oh, these tutors are 80 years old or 70 years old. They don't know how to use online technology at all. Why? How to make the platform more easier, simple to use, still be simple for everyone. Why? Then you make adjustments, and then you integrate this platform, seeing whether or not actually works. Why? Then seeing it works, then actually get charged. Why? So you can see it's a long process for implementing every strategy, and that's why it's hard to do business in Canada, or it stopped. Why? But overall, all the process, just one question to be asked: is the customer happy? Right? Are you making them happy? Are they liking the development that they really pay for these features? Right?
So,
if you answer those questions, yes, then it's good to do.
So, in your opinion, do you think your customers are happy?
Well, people who are paying are happy. For people who are not paying, I don't know why. So that's the best way to answer it.
So the next question is, you said that your company opened in 4 years ago.
3 years ago. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like 3 years, like 2 years and 7 months and something like that. Yeah, so it's long conversation, but that's about how I learned terms of coding, programming to the point doing marketing, and then to now, it's 2 years and 7 months. It's still a startup, but relatively it's pretty old like in terms of calling a startup.
Yeah. So in this long period, and how many of the profits that your company made?
So right now, about few $1,000s of every month in terms of revenue.
Is the pure profit?
Profit comes from the commission, and also comes from monthly subscriptions. So I did not really count them like so like mix of both.
Yeah. So it means that your company is still making more and more profits.
I would say steady.
No, not steady.
Steady.
It is steady.
Steady, yeah, steady.
So, do you have any other?
I think we have. I don't have any other questions about.
Do you guys have any other questions?
Any other questions?
No, it's clear.
It's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, Harry.
No problem. Yeah, definitely. If you have more questions, feel free to ask me. I'm really happy to answer. For example, if you want to start startups, Propel here, they provide a lot of resources how you to turn idea into commercialization. Because like we have business analysis help you to help students to put up ideas to just go here, right? So start startups. And in general, like startups, it's pretty long journey. In China, even you see a lot of competitions like happening. Not just in China, but in other places too. Why it's very competitive. People have to raise all money to compete.
Yeah.
And right now you can take a glance at what the startup be like. What's the structure, right, to be a startup? Why we not commit to those strategy? Why? And that gives you a more thorough understanding and how to run like a company. Why? I think by doing this kind of research, dipping like in, you have a more like thorough understanding. But outside and through here, I can also give you a lot of suggestions and advice in terms of how to get scholarship. Is that Hindi? No.
Corporate prayer.
Oh, Bollywood.
Sorry.
Yeah, so like, because I got like full scholarship before, like, I can talk about it. I can tell you how to get internship jobs, because also that's a big topic, and also how to get jobs in general. Like, feel free to ask me if you have any questions on this. I can feel free to come in and chat, because I have all this experience as well. But like, as for international students, I feel advice I want to give, because many years I've been like in Canada for over 7 to 8 years now. Like, I was originally from China. My family immigrated to Canada like 8 years ago. Right? So my father is kind of a hobby investor. So like throughout the early years, how I actually improved my English is actually first year I was in Macau, where there's a lot of Chinese students in there. So what I do is I tell them that I don't speak Chinese at all. Right? Telling them that I only speak English, so please speak English. So at that time, that for language like improvements pretty fast, and then I just read a lot of articles and then record my voice, right? And then seeing what mistakes I made, what pronunciation I can adjust better, and then really go out to a lot of volunteer events where I can get to know a lot of people and really contribute to the community. And then that's what I've been done for 1 or 2 years. And then I went to Junior Achievement, which is a program that like teach people how to do business. And then we have about a group of 30 students like starting an idea and then to build a business. And then as years go, and then I develop business knowledge, and really taking the knowledge and apply it to real life studies. And then I learned programming. Really like not from school, because 10% of the knowledge I learned from school applies to what to the hero right nowadays. But I think it's more about self-learning, going to those resources because if you're passionate to learn something that you really love, then you dedicate most of your time doing it. Right? I can give you an example. Like right now you do those stuff, but if you're not interested, then maybe 1 year later you forget. But for something that you're so passionate about, because you're learning on your own, you always have those things and retain. And that's about me learning about programming. And then as I learned, I retain those knowledge and then apply. And Tutor Hero is just one of the subs I built. And actually, I built numerous projects, like NFL of those too. And like right now, it's one of the latest projects or startups I've been working on. It's called Realify. It's enterprise software that provide lead generation and machine learning to realtors. And recently, I just got accepted to San Francisco incubators, like one of the largest incubators in the States, like top 10. So like what I mean is a continuous learning process that like if you're really passionate about something that you really pursue about it. Why? And that's all about like what you guys right now. Why? Don't be afraid of starting small or not. The English is not fluent. Why? But find out what are the ways that you can accelerate from point 1 to point B, like in the shortest amount of time. Maybe the first step would be going to these community events. Why? Getting more experience. Why? And then yeah. Getting from there. But anyways, yeah, I'm really happy you guys are here to hear my thoughts and things in general. Like if you have any more questions, feel free to shoot me an email in terms of how to get scholarship, get jobs, or starting this out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.